Hey guys, it's Oracle Daphne. I'm back again doing the Pisces monthly tarot horoscope for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Pisces. This is for January 2015. I just did my Aquarius video and the sound was a little messed up, so I'm really hoping that this is better sound quality for you guys. So yeah, as you can see, I'm in my new place. I still have crazy boxes background, but I am here and I'm loving it. So let's see what we get for you guys. This is whoa. We've got two cards that jumped. Got some jumpers. Let's see what we've got. I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to shuffle. Yes, I want to make sure that it's really fully shuffled before I go into it. I hope your New Year's was good, everyone. And if you're watching this before New Year's, chances are I'm posting it early. Have a happy New Year for you guys. Okay, so I really shuffled and wow. You guys got a lot of similar cards as Aquarius, actually. And so that tells me that some of you actually probably have several planets in Aquarius. And so that's why some of them are similar. I'm just going to read it. I'm going to start with the things that are similar to Aquarius, okay? Because I'm sure if you probably didn't watch my Aquarius video, but this is what the same positions actually is what's going on with Aquarius are in the position of what's coming in is the juggler. And the position of your attitude is transition, which is the death card, which is being rebirthed and reborn. Let me ask the critter and see what it says about the difference and see. My feeling is the difference here between for you and Aquarius, I feel like for the juggler, for what the energy is coming in, I'm noticing that he is really doing this dance. And I never really saw it that way before, but I feel like some of you are dancers. Some of you love to dance. Some of you, but I feel like it's a dance between two things. You're sort of dancing, hopping between two things. You may be actually doing two dance productions or something like that, but it's more like, I feel like you're running back and forth. That's what I'm trying to say. You're running back and forth. You're going back and forth. You know, you may be, I feel like you may be trying to seduce like two women, Pisces guys. I feel like you're doing the dance, you know, that dance that's, you know, attracting. You're doing the dance. The song and dance is coming to me. Song and dance. I don't know. I feel like for you guys, there's a song and dance. You're whining and dining. You may be like into sales, or you may be trying to like woo somebody in some way. Again, it's wooing. I feel like it's seducing in some way. I feel like others, Pisces, especially Pisces ladies, I feel like you may be dealing with a guy or another Pisces guy. It could be I feel like this is more of like an Aries or Taurus, Capricorn guy, who has two jobs or is dating other women, but I feel like you Pisces are going between two things. I feel like I see you in a car kind of going back and forth. You have one job and then you drive to another job and then you drive home. And it's sort of like, or maybe you're just going back and forth. Maybe some of you are doing like deliveries where you're delivering things to two places. There's just a lot of movement here, more than in Aquarius. I feel like the movement is with your feet. You're really going back. You're actually physically going between two things. It's less of where I feel like this is like metaphorical, where you got the balls in the air and these responsibilities. No, it's more, you're actually doing it. And your attitude and the position of your attitude is the rebirth. And so you're dealing with a lot of change. You're dealing with a lot of transition, a lot of going into this phase of 2015, a new phase of your life, I feel like a lot of people are in, I feel like I'm going to see this more for the rest of the readings, but I feel like a lot of people are doing this because 2014 was such a change agent year. 2013 was crazy. 2015 was also, and I feel like 2014 was also, that's what I meant. And then 2015 is really more like, now what? What's your next move? What's your next move going to be? How do you want it to be? How do you want it to go? This is victory. This is victory. This is you being a changed person. This is you wanting to be a changed person. Let me ask the critter and see if there's anything else. Critter says you want to change, but you don't know how. The funny thing is that there's two things that the universe doesn't like it when we do. It doesn't like when we ask when, okay? And it doesn't like when we ask how, okay? If we ask when, then it's like we're showing the universe that we have very little faith in the divine timing. And then if we ask, how, it's also not giving the universe, it's like wanting to control the outcome. So I feel like you need to let go of that word how. How is it going to happen? Well, I feel like it's going to happen through your own star power. I feel like some of you are meant to become stars. You're meant to become either a movie star, music star, a writer. That's coming through too. I don't know why some of you are going to be doing some writing. Because to me this is this Nine of Pentacles, which to me is, it's kind of like the Star card, because she's looking at her reflection in this mirror and it's reflecting that she's a star, and she's doing something with music. Some, like Broadway musicals, something about the Music Man is coming to me. I don't know what. You could be a music woman, you could be a music man. That's the change agent. That's the change agent. I feel like for you, that's how you're going to get to where you want to be, how you're going to change. It's funny because what I was also thinking is with this rebirth card, you don't need to ask how it's going to happen, because it just is going to happen. Like, you don't even really see it coming. It's sort of like you don't even know. It's sort of like when a butterfly goes into the cocoon, okay? It does not really, maybe inherently knows it's going to come out and be beautiful, but it doesn't know how or when exactly it's going to come out. It doesn't know the moment it's going to emerge into this beautiful magical creature. So I'm using butterflies a lot. I used it in my Aquarius video too. I'm thinking for some reason it's just sort of like that metaphor where that's kind of what a lot of people are going through. And I feel like for you, you want to know when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, and you don't know how to change your life. But the thing is change is just going to happen to you. Sort of like you don't need to control it. Some of you Pisces may have some other earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus in you, and there's this element of control. You want to know. You want to know so that you can control it. But the Death card is not about control. The Death card just sort of happens. It's no matter what, no matter who you are, you could be a beggar on the street or you can be the richest man in the universe, but the Death card changes everything. And it's it's sort of unexpected in a way. It's sort of like you may not even realize that you're changing, you know? You don't even realize how things are affecting you, but they are. And the phoenix, this bird, this phoenix does not question, like, when it, when it dies and rises from the ashes, how is this happening? It just does it. It just kind of emerges, it just naturally happens. So I feel like there's an element for you of just sort of sitting back and be like, okay, it's going to happen. And the less you control it, the less you try to control it happening and just kind of go with it, the better off I think you'll be. I know it's kind of difficult. I feel like some of you going like, well, how do I do that? And let me see what Critter says. Critter says, you're only going to be happy when you let go. That's the message. Let go of trying to see how the butterfly is going to look before, it emerges. You just can't. You're going to ruin it. It's just like a surprise. That's the thing. I feel like the universe likes to surprise us. And you're just like, fuck surprises. I don't want to see a surprise. I want to know how it's going to end. Tell me the end of the story, Elizabeth. Tell me now. And I'm just like, the end of the story, I feel like because a lot of stars, a lot of people have music ability and writing ability, and it's sort of like ingrained in them. They kind of just know. But they want it to happen. They want it to be big, and they want it to be like, there's this quest for fame. I feel like there's this quest for fame. And it's going to happen. It's just not in the timing that you are expecting. But at the same time, I feel like it's happening soon. That's, could happen towards the end of January, into February. I feel like, again, because we're getting this rising card, you're rising up, and when you rise up into this beautiful magical bird, and you go and you do something in the music industry, or you do something on Broadway, or you do something like in a play. I feel like some of you are like on a play, doing something in a play. I feel like that's going to be your breakthrough moment, where it's just sort of like you realize, and you get maybe a lot of attention for that. But again, the attention and this fame comes later. I feel like, because you see this picture, she's sitting alone in the forest with her just raw talent. And she's enjoying it. There is an aspect too, you need to just enjoy it. You need to enjoy it. Like, a lot of people reach fame and then they're just like, they get really depressed because they don't know what comes next. What do you do when you get to the top? What do you do when you become famous? What do you do when you have a lot of money? Do you give it all away? What do you do with your taxes? It's just sort of like, people are constantly striving for this fame and fortune. And I feel like you're going to feel differently once you actually get there. I feel like you need to really just not ruin it for yourself. Give up a little bit of that surprise element to God and to the universe, and say, okay, surprise me. Be like, surprise me. I'm ready for the surprise. Surprise me. Okay, so we talked about that. We talked about those. Emotionally, you're kind of unhappy because you've got a lot of responsibilities and a lot of things on your plate. You need to say no more. Pisces, tend to be very sacrificial. They do a lot, and they sacrifice a lot of themselves for others and what they do for others. This is females especially, Pisces females especially, who have a lot of responsibilities. You may have multiple households, or may have a blended family. You may have lots of pets and lots of, people around you and lots of bills. And it's just like, you need to really start to say no. You need to learn to say no so that you can actually just kind of consolidate. The word consolidate's coming to me. Let me listen to Critter. Critter is saying you need to consolidate and then reuse and then throw out. So there's something about like, instead of like going and buying more bags at the grocery store, reuse the bags that you have. That's what's coming to me. I feel like you need to actually recycle. You need to do some recycling. I'm not sure why that's coming to me too. By the way, every time you recycle, it actually brings you better finances, just so you know. Recycling and doing things for the planet, it's all good for your money mojo. Let's go back, start at the beginning, shall we? We're going to go back to the path that you're on right now, which is the Tower card, which is not the best card in the deck, okay? You got actually, you got three really very conflicting cards. You've got the Lover's card as the foundation, okay, which is the same foundation. Well, no, not the same foundation, which is interesting because in Aquarius, they got the Lover's card as well. In the distant past, you were in a relationship. You may also be in a marriage. You may have someone that you love. I feel like there was a partnership in the distant past, okay? For some of you, you have a very solid foundation and there's love in your life, okay? For others, the problem is what's crowning, I call it crowning the foundation, is the Tower card. Some of you are going through divorce. You know, for me, that's what's happening here. You're going through divorce. For those of you who are not married, it's a breakup. You know, it's a breakup of some kind. Maybe a sudden incident, a sudden tragedy, or something where you feel like maybe your heart is broken, or maybe you feel like something happened. This is you not being on the right track, though, Pisces. This is you being on the track to heartache and heartbreak. To me, it's sort of like a train. If you are on a certain track and you're going this direction, and then what's crowning that is this being very introspective, having a lot of emotional issues, drowning in sorrow, you know. So this to me sort of symbolizes, I feel like a lot of you are going through divorce or a breakup of some kind, and if it hasn't happened yet, I mean, it's sort of due in the month of January. I hate to say that, but I feel like in January, because later you're going to become famous. You're going to have it all, or you're going to just you're going to come into your own power. And in order for that to happen, this relationship that maybe isn't working or used to work, or maybe is creating a foundation, needs to come to an end. Or maybe needed to come to an end. Maybe it's happened. Maybe it's happened just at the tail end of December, and you're in January and you're just dealing with it right now, because this is what's grounding you, in January, is this sorrow, and it's deep feelings, having deep feelings, feeling very disturbed, It's sort of just like there's a lot of emotional undercurrents that are happening, you know what I'm saying? Emotional things that are kind of lurking underneath the surface that are just like hitting you, that you just maybe you didn't even realize how you felt, and it's sort of hitting you now how you feel. It's sort of like an aftermath effect, I feel like, of this Tower card. Interestingly, though, what's crossing you is sitting on top of the world. So you have some really like big stuff happening January, okay? Pisces. Sitting on top of the world, though, good for real estate investments, accumulation of properties. You've arrived. So what's crossing you is needing to arrive, needing to get there. Again, you want to get there, and you're going to get there. No matter what, you're going to get there in divine timing, and maybe not in the way that you're expecting, and you can't control it. And this relationship that has come to an end or needs to come to an end is good that it's coming to an end, because it's freeing you up to become who you are supposed to be. And maybe was blocking you from actually achieving it before. Pisces, it's sort of like, I feel like, you know, Pisces tend to get stomped on a lot, especially in relationships. And I feel like in the relationship that you were having, you got stepped on. That's what's coming to me. So you got stepped on. And so it's important for you to let it go. Let it go. Talk to a counselor. You know, if you want to do a private reading, we can talk too. I just feel like you need to talk through these deeper issues with someone and get them out of your system so they don't continue to block you, so that you can be free of them. So this is how I feel like the story has played out here. This is very clear to me, the story here, the Pisces story. In a land far away in a time not that long ago, or distant time, how long ago? I don't know. How does it start? This story, it's a Cinderella story. It's a long, long time ago, in a land far, far away, a prince and a princess got married, okay? Or a princess and a princess, and a prince and a prince, either one, got married, okay? And then the world turned upside down, okay? Which is what this card is. For some reason, something happened. You guys got into a fight, an argument, whatever. Your world kind of got shaken up, and you needed some quiet time to relax and to try to, like, you know, get some rest, but you couldn't. And for some reason, you needed to have your own space. Maybe you felt like the relationship was crowding you in some way, and you guys decided to break up, which led to this feeling of being emotionally overwhelmed. And feeling like at the depths of despair, basically. But now that that's over, or that I feel like it's over. I feel like if it hasn't happened yet, I feel like it's sort of due to happen. So just be on the lookout, okay? But now that that's sort of like coming to a pass, you know, you're kind of coming into your own. I feel like you're going to be coming into your own. And achieving a lot and attaining wealth and prosperity and happiness, maybe even getting pregnant. You know, giving and receiving. You know, you'll have that balance. You'll learn to have that balance. You do need to go for a walk. You need to get outside. You need to get in touch with the trees. You need to drink more green tea if you haven't already. You need to do that. I feel like you're going to heal. You're going to heal from that. Whatever that was, that breakup, or the divorce, you're going to heal from it. And I feel like the quiet time that you spent will have helped you to sort out your stuff. And I feel like, to me, this is also mother energy. I feel like there's mother issues you need to work out, but I feel like you need to be your own mother in a way. You need to mother yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You need to, Pisces has a hard time with this because Pisces just mothers everybody else, but they need to take care of themselves. So you need to eat right. You need to sleep right. You need to love yourself. You need to get outside. Make sure you get outside every day, you know? That's really important. I'm going to pull a final card just to see what it says for the final message. And this card kind of irritates me. Every time I see it, I just get so, ah! But I'm going to read it anyways. This is, well, it's not bad per se, but it just annoys me, okay? This is the, 9 of Wands, which is a guy who's sitting on this camel type creature, and he is being very patient. He is waiting. I always say that this is the waiting card. If you're dealing with a guy, he may be waiting on you to make a move. Okay? Or he may be looking at the past. But I usually say if you're dealing with a guy, he's waiting on you to do something, to give him a sign, a signal, something. Things may take longer than expected. This to me is delays. This is about being patient. This is the word patience is like, should be written on your forehead. This is patience. This is when things kind of slow down. This is telling you to slow down and be patient and wait for it. Because it's coming, it's just you need to wait for it. And be patient. And Pisces right now, you're just going, argh. You're just like a terrier that's like tearing up the carpet right now. I don't want to be patient. Oracle Daphne, I hate you. I just want it to happen now. I just feel like there is impatience. You do need to learn patience. You do need to know that things need to just go with the flow, you know, and become who you're supposed to be. Become who you really are. Figure out who you really are. Because a fish, I feel like a fish is very naturally just kind of floating in the water. It doesn't really, you know, but again, you may have some other dominant planets in your chart. I do feel like some of you do. So there's this Gur energy, this Gur from those Earth sign planets. But at the same time, Pisces, you need to go with the flow. That's your challenge, you know. So that's it for right now. I think that's all that I'm getting for this. So anyways, I wish you a wonderful, happy, celebratory new year. I'm excited for the new year because finally 2014 will come to an end and we can all embrace the new 2015 and move on and be better people, you know. So I sent you big hugs, big kisses, and if you want a private reading with me, feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. Thank you so much for all your lovely comments, and I wish you all the best. Take care.